It's Tahs. Welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. Thanks so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you. So today we're going to talk about a couple of books that I read recently, and then one that I read last month that I don't think I've ever talked about. So we'll start with that one. And that one is the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. This one was about Patricia. She I guess kind of feels like she has a small life. Her husband works a lot. Her kids are teenagers and have their own thing. Her mother-in-law is living with them now, and she has to be round the clock type taken care of. And then the only other thing she really has, other than your typical housewife stuff, is she's in a book club, which is super fun. We get to meet all the characters in the book club. They all have some interesting personalities. They meet once a month and they read books. Simple as that, like most book clubs. But there is a new person who is currently living in town, and it is a friend of theirs is I think it's his grandson or nephew or something. Anyway, his name is James. So one night, Patricia comes back from her book club and she is attacked, like big time. And she's saved by this guy, James. And there's some stuff that's going on across town that the police are kind of just not dealing with because it's like not the best part of town. And they write it off or whatever. But Patricia is very insistent that James Harris has something to do with it. So we get to watch her investigative skills and the way she reacts, and because she thinks he's a vampire and she already let him in, welcomed him into the home. So she has a lot that she has to like watch out for or whatever. But this book, for me personally, it kept me kind of pulled in, kind of entertained, wanted to know what was happening next. There were some parts where I was like, we could have done without. It was just for me. But anyway, but I don't really. It's not taking a whole lot of space in here. It was one of those that was very interesting as you were reading it, but I wouldn't put it at a list of a favorite or anything. It was good, like I said, while I was reading it, but now it was kind of, you can kind of put it as hit, miss, glad I did, wouldn't have mattered if I didn't, but I enjoyed it, but it's not something that's like gonna stick with me. So, and then the next book I read, I've seen a lot of people reading this one, and I've read a few, like maybe one or two other books by this author, and I like them, and that is My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. So this one right here is about a school teacher. Her name is Taylor. So Taylor is a school teacher, and she finally saved enough money where she can go on like this little trip. So her and her brother go to like an Airbnb in sunny Cape Cod. He's just suffered like this breakup, I believe, and she wants to have a whole week where he can just kind of get over it. However, things don't, it seems, doesn't want them to just have a good moment. When they're in their rental, something smells like really bad. Come to find out, she found a dead person. And she decides that this is her time to, not be the little scary school teacher. She's going to be a big girl about this, and she wants to investigate this. So she's trying to solve this thing and kind of figure out what's going on. And then the sister of the victim, she calls someone in, a bounty hunter, and he's there. So we have the bounty hunter that's all big, bad, and sexy, trying to solve this crime as a favor to a friend. And then we have this teacher who she wants to be braver. She just wants to be in on the action. And they bump heads constantly. It is a battle, I tell you. But they're like the tension, the sexual tension, just it's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. So yeah, this one I absolutely enjoyed. You got a big tattooed motorcycle riding bounty hunter. Yes, please. So if you want a little action there, read this one. So good. And then the last one that I read, and I was so excited I bought this version of this book, like so excited. That would be The Court of the Vampire Queen by Katee Robert. I love me some Katee Robert. And this I bought the Barnes & Noble special edition because in the back, there, you can't really tell, but let me get to it. In the back of the book, she has this section, boner. You will get a lady boner, I'll tell you that. Bonus author annotations. And inside of the books, there are these little rose-shaped, like on each page, and you can go and kind of read where she was at with this, why she chose to go this direction, what influenced her, and I found that absolutely amazing because you kind of got to see inside of an author's mind during the process. And maybe I'll start getting more like this if other authors do this, because sometimes you wonder, like, what would make that author say that or do that? And in here, you get to find out. So this one right here is about Mina. She is half human, half vampire. And they call her a vampire. I don't know. It's a weird word. It's like baby vampire, basically. And she is being controlled by her father. And she wants to escape that. So she's been trying actively. But little does she know, he has basically gifted her to Malachi. Malachi is a bloodline vampire, and he's been in this house. He is trapped by her father's magic ward, and she's gifted. And the only way to kind of like let him get out is that she has to be with him, and her dad's like, you have to get pregnant. Basically, she's going to get pregnant and he's going to steal her back. That's the plan. And then she's going to have the baby, and the dad can finally get rid of his little child that he doesn't really want to have to deal with. But so many things happen. It is great. This is a Why Choose romance. It is Malachi, and then he has two friends that pop up that he shares her with. And the sexual tension in this book, my God. But make sure you read the warnings. Like, go read the content warnings. Some people might not be for all of it. I found it very entertaining. It was really great. Some wonderful vampires there. So yeah. So you get to take a gander at how the whole hierarchy thing works with vampires and different bloodlines and such. And I found it was a great take on it. And she explains, like I said, in the little note section in the back, she explains some of her reasoning, and it helps it make sense to you. So yeah, this one was really good. I think originally she published these 3 books separately, where the cliffhangers would have killed you. It would have killed me, I tell you that, having to wait that long, depending on how long that was. But having them all in this little compact option to purchase made it so much more fun, because you got to continue until you reach the end of the journey. And boy, was it an end of a journey. So, if you like Why Choose and vampires, go read that one. So good. So yeah, now the next thing that I'm starting, I started it, is the Just Like Home, which is part of my Once Upon a Book Club box pick. So I'll be filming the unboxing of all the prizes for that, so you guys can see what came in it, and then we'll talk about the book. So far, I haven't, like left it off to the side and, not picked it back up. Like, I have a book right there. Like, right there. I started reading it. I put it down because it wasn't that interesting. But, like, I know I need to finish it. But I don't think this one will be like that. I think this one's going to intrigue me just enough to continue and hopefully come to a solution at the end of it. Who knows? So, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.